For me, what was really important for the character was that you understood she was like a walking, talking contradiction, but also she could be all things at once. She could be both strong and vulnerable. She could be both masculine and feminine.
Just when we thought the drama surrounding It Ends With Us was settling down, new details have emerged that paint Blake Lively in an even worse light. The situation is a complete mess, so let's dive in. For the past few weeks, all anyone could talk about was the tension between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, with many speculating that they might genuinely dislike each other. I've covered this in detail in a previous video, but to summarize, fans of It Ends With Us were frustrated by how Blake was promoting the film. She treated it as though it were a light-hearted rom-com, encouraging people to throw on floral dresses and watch it with friends.
Ends With Us is in theaters now, so grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see it.
Despite the fact that the story deals with the serious topic of domestic violence, her approach seemed to trivialize the true nature of the film. Fortunately, there was one cast member who appeared to take the subject seriously, Justin Baldoni. He was the one conducting interviews, engaging in meaningful discussions, and genuinely seemed to care about conveying the film's important message.
As a man, I'm always going to come with my own biases, and it's one of the reasons I was afraid to direct this movie, let alone act in it. And I wanted to make sure this film always had a female gaze, and I was never putting myself into it.
However, his efforts were overshadowed by rumors of friction between him and Blake. They weren't doing joint press. Blake and Colleen Hoover unfollowed Justin on Instagram, and he was no longer seen with Colleen.
You know, like, I had a list of scenes and quotes that I were hoping would be in there, and they're all in there. I think that they nailed it, and I can't stress enough that if you love the book, I believe you're going to love the film.
Now, we may finally be getting some insight into what caused the tension on set. Last month, Blake mentioned in an interview with News that her husband, Ryan Reynolds, had actually written the key rooftop scene in the movie, a fact that
Ryan's here tonight. What is it like for the both of you to be promoting major motion pictures at the same time?
Oh my gosh, it's just so thrilling in our house right now. We help each other, we work together so much. So the iconic rooftop scene in this movie, my husband actually wrote it. Nobody knows that, but you now. But he wrote it. He works on everything I do. I work on everything he does. So his wins, his celebrations are mine, and mine are his. I mean, he's all over this film.
According to Blake, no one knew. However, this revelation didn't land as she might have hoped. People immediately pointed out that this wasn't the boast she thought it was, and that it could lead to some serious problems. Christy Hall, who was responsible for adapting Colleen Hoover's novel for the screen, has a screenwriting credit on the film. If Blake's claim that Ryan wrote this pivotal scene is true, it could create major complications. When this news surfaced, Christy Hall was asked about it and revealed she had no idea. BuzzFeed even commented, "The issue is there's already a credited screenwriter for the movie." At the same event, Christy Hall told The Hollywood Reporter that as a writer, the most challenging scene for her to perfect was the rooftop scene. "I have to say, Colleen wrote it flawlessly. I wish I could have just lifted it directly from the book and placed it in the film, but it was a bit too long for film language." After Blake Lively's comments about the scene gained attention, people asked Christy for more insight. She responded, "I'm very proud of my work and believe the key beats of the scene have been honored and are present. Again, Colleen did it best. She wrote it first, and the scene is a beautiful reflection of her original work." Christy also mentioned that she wasn't aware of any writing contributions from Ryan Reynolds. She explained, "There were a few little things I thought had been improvised, like when he says pretty pleased with a cherry on top, and she talks about the maraschino cherries. When I saw the cut, I thought, oh, that's cute, must have been improvised. So if I'm being told that Ryan wrote that, then great, that's wonderful. There were a few small flourishes I didn't write, but I assumed they were improvised on set. However, as I said, the core moments that needed to be there are there, and I recognize the scene. I'm proud of it. If those touches came from Ryan, I think it's wonderful." However, Justin Baldoni did not share the same sentiment. A few days ago, Entertainment Tonight confirmed that Baldoni was unaware of Ryan Reynolds' involvement in writing any part of the movie. They reported, *ET* cannot confirm that Ryan Reynolds wrote a scene for It Ends With Us that made it into the final cut. And this news came as a surprise to Justin Baldoni, who found out only after Blake Lively revealed it in a red carpet interview. Many had assumed Blake Lively was improvising her lines based on her instincts in the moment. Now, it's been revealed that she was performing lines written by her husband, Ryan, and some people are unhappy with the situation. One person commented, "That's nasty work. I love Blake and Ryan, but this crosses a line. Stick to acting or make your own stuff. Don't use your influence to change a project you're only a small part of." Additionally, the revelation raises questions about proper crediting in the film. Now that Blake has admitted Ryan wrote the scene, there's speculation about whether he should receive a screenwriter's credit. Some are even concerned it could violate Writers Guild rules. Variety reached out to the Writers Guild of America for comment on any potential repercussions, but they have not responded. The outlet wrote that some screenwriters found it odd that Lively admitted during a red carpet interview that her husband wrote a key scene. Sources also say Baldoni had believed the scene was ad-libbed by Lively. While films can have uncredited writers, it's unusual for the director to be unaware. As for the sequel to It Ends With Us, what happens next remains to be seen. Reports are indicating that there are no formal talks about a sequel being in development at the moment. According to a tweet from Entertainment Tonight, there have been no official discussions about continuing the film with a sequel. Given all the circumstances surrounding the movie, it seems that this is not a matter that has been addressed yet, though the potential for a sequel remains.
Really noticing?
Yeah.
So I'm on the red carpet, and then this guy goes, Blake, your tweets are amazing,
Wait, what?
right? And I was like, wait, what, excuse me?
Yeah,
and he was like, your
just yell
tweets are amazing. And I was like, are we saying that? Like, is this, like, have you been on Google in the past year? Like, this is not okay.
Don't talk like that, no.
And the woman's like, next to him goes, well, I mean, they are. And I was like, well, thank you. And he's like, and your husband's tweets are even better. And I was like, oh, tweets.
Oh,
Twitter.
tweet! Oh my God!
My tweets are amazing.
I don't know how to react
My
to
tweets.
Your tweets are amazing. Your tweets are amazing. Yeah. Tweets. Oh, okay. Now much better. Yeah. By the way.
It was like, oh my gosh.
If a sequel were to happen, I doubt Justin Baldoni would be interested in acquiring the rights and going through the process again. It's known that he's hired a crisis PR team, and it's clear there are significant issues within the cast. I could definitely see him stepping back and possibly allowing Blake to direct it, which I believe would align with what Colleen might want considering how close they've become. In other news related to Blake Lively, she faced criticism last month for promoting her new hair care line, Blake Brown, during press events. The launch of Blake Brown coincided with the release of It Ends With Us. Now that some time has passed, reviews of the products have come in, and they haven't been overwhelmingly positive. The main critique I noticed, and something I also thought about when I first saw the product, is the impractical bottle design for use in the shower. While good products can usually overcome poor packaging, that doesn't seem to be the case here. Many reviews mention that the shampoo and conditioner are nothing extraordinary, with some people saying the products are drying out their hair. You might wonder if the negative feedback is simply due to the drama surrounding Blake, but even her loyal fans are admitting they love her, but dislike the new hair care line.
Guess what I'm returning? Every single one of Blake Brown's hair care products. I wanted to love these. I really did. I actually love the packaging. I thought it was so pretty, but the scent, so overbearing, and now I understand why people are returning the products. Mostly because my hair felt fried. I would use the nourishing and the strengthening products from her line, and my hair felt drier than the Sahara.
Unfortunately for Blake, it seems that her product launch is faring as poorly as the movie's release. So, what are your thoughts on all this? Do you think Ryan writing that key scene was crossing a line and disrespectful to Justin and Christy? Do you believe Justin will want to take on the sequel, or do you think he'll distance himself from it? And what are your opinions on Blake's hair care line? Do you think the backlash is tied to the ongoing drama, or do you agree with the critics that it's underwhelming like many celebrity brands? Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you next time. So don't forget to subscribe.